Good evening, this is the Nerdistic Human, and welcome back to our Rebels campaign here in Medieval 2 Total War, and you join us outside Carnarvon, where the end of the Scots is nigh. This is all they've got left now. They do still have, of course, their king over here, King Malcolm, hanging outside of Bruges. It's a lovely place to be fair, sir. I don't really have any issue with that, particularly because, yes, when we take Carnarvon, he'll be joining us, and that gives us a great opportunity to move ever onwards. Over here, of course, yes, Reginald d'Orient, the great hero that he is hidden over here to Angers. Very nice. Now I have to go take Rennes as well. As for Bordeaux, yeah, I'm a bit concerned actually about this Spanish force. Don't really know why I decided last episode to leave this. So, wonder if we can take. There's only 2 units in there. Can we take the cavalry out? Can we maybe send the cavalry to come and like reinforce or something? I'm kind of not feeling this now. I should point out it's probably like a couple weeks since I recorded the previous part because I did a few in a row, and I'm kind of coming back to it now, having focused on some other things. So yes, if I miss anything, that will be why. That will be why indeed. However, it does also give me a little bit of a fresher perspective on things, and it certainly seems to me that the money is a big problem again because. Yes, we've inherited some chunky forces, obviously, in England, and we've also have the slight issue of the fact that we've just spent tons and tons of money training troops everywhere. It's going to cripple us for a while. Now, the thing is, if we take enough quickly enough, then we can offset that a little bit, and if we lose enough troops, then we can offset that as well. We are, though, obviously ploughing forward now. We've got the likes of Hungary and Poland now our attention is turning to. And we also have, just plot over here as well. Oh, yes, sorry, he was going to wait to join up with this guy. I was going to say, let's get him sneaking around back over to Marcin. But no, yes, this is the whole point. He's going to join up with Saltes. Very nice. Okay, that's fine. So yes, we do have the Holy Roman Empire in a bit of bother, but of course, yes, we have more down south as well. Oh yeah, we're the Pope. We're going to sneak in on the Pope's territory. Now, this only will come back and punch us, but it's fine. We'll just go and smash up Rome. It's always amusing to do so. So yes, there's others like Sicily right on the verge of defeat. We will see if we can find a way to head over there and smash them up. We do have potentially some options here, don't we? Yes. So yeah, you get yourselves back in there, and we'll try and get the boat around. Yes, I think that's for the best. I think we'll just keep this guy in the castle. Let's just make sure we've got some of these things guarded, because yeah, there are factions sneaking up on us here. We've got Egypt over there. We've obviously got the Spanish over here. We've got Milan over here. So we need to be careful. If we don't have the money to fill up these places, we're going to have to make sure that nothing stupid happens. But first and foremost, let's make sure something very good happens, which is the end of Scotland. So Captain Garle Peter. Oh yeah, there's not very much in here. This will be fine. A fairly typical start to this kind of affair then. We've got ourselves a bit of wingle-wangling on the walls to get ourselves in a good position. They're just flickering this tower on and off, but we are basically shooting down the mailed knights. They're trying to figure out how to get their horses to climb up a tower, and to be honest, lads, the humans have enough trouble with that on Medieval 2. Don't worry about it, just stand there and die, please. So I just make sure they aren't running around like headless chickens. And it looks like, yeah, we've now got ourselves a chance to get these guys up to the walls. Very nice, they seem to have given up, which means we should have a fairly easy route to shoot them down on the plaza. With that first job complete then, we are now moving on to stage 2, which is shoot them down. These guys have grabbed the gateway for us, but they're now deciding to not go up here. They decided to go up over there instead. Oh, they're coming out to meet us. That's interesting. Okay. Send the Welsh spearmen in to meet them. We do have some archers in this general part of the world about to clamber up, so maybe that's what they want to, yes, be getting involved with. So yes, we will just make sure that they are doing what I want them to, which is kind of vaguely get themselves in a position. But of course, the walls in this game are a complete nonsense, so we'll see how all of that goes. Plenty of flaming arrows coming from somewhere, not entirely sure where. These Welsh spearmen, though, terrible as they are, should at least be able to do something against these cavalry here. So that is very nice indeed. Can one of you, though, just make sure you're getting in behind them? I don't really want them get him back. Now, they are activating the tower up here. Oh, yes, because they're actually taking us on. Fine. These guys, go on to guard. Do your best to fight them down. You just go and poke at them. Down goes the general. Very nice indeed. And actually, no, you shoot them. You guys come and support if you can. But they're going to be stupid about it, aren't they? These guys are about to climb the wall anyway, so they're going to get themselves broken. But we'll see if we can kind of catch a little bit of both with the same unit. That would work out very nicely, potentially. Where are those archers going? What are you doing? Oh, I don't know. They've run around to this tower. Fine, it makes some sense, I suppose. Right, we are now engaging with this unit, which has broken them. And now we can turn around and engage with this unit, which will hopefully deal with them. Very nice. I think we are pretty much done then, seeing as the general's been killed out of the side of the front gates. Yeah, get the Welsh Spearmen in. This is a shootout unless they want to be glorious heroes about this, but I think they're in big trouble. I want to record this just after the most glorious of nights for Scotland in the World Cup qualifying, I should say. Normally, for Scotland, it is glorious failure. On this particular occasion, Medieval 2, it's there was nothing glorious about this. They just got themselves completely destroyed. And with that, Carnarvon goes down. We will sack, I think, is the correct option. And faction destroyed. Scotland are gone. And with that, we got rid of the Scots and the Welsh in one fell swoop, which is marvellous. Now, I do realise Dublin, I probably shouldn't have left this empty because we haven't dealt with Portugal yet. And we know what Portugal are like. They've already been floating around this part of the world. So I'm a little bit... yeah, I think we will have to leave some things around here. Oh, yes, we've inherited this force, which is very nice. So, yes, I'm going to say, do a bit of merging, lads. Get us straight out of Carnarvon. But I do want to keep some units behind. And I'll say, you know, Welsh lads, you guys can hang out there. That'll be fine. You'll be able to do the job of holding on to that town. We're going to leave to, some of the injured lads to go and hold on to that. And we have 20 cav as well. That should be fine against any random invasion from those lads. What we really don't want is, Portugal to kind of get in behind us here. So that would be very, very annoying indeed. Unlikely that anyone ends up in the north, though, so I would probably just send these guys over to Dublin. That's probably the best thing I can do, yes. So I might just send these 100 we'll just leave those 103 here. Everyone else, though, can just head back down to Robin. The force in Robin, leave those 37. Head down to, head to Dover, everyone. Head down to Dover. And we will be marching on from there. That might be overkilling Carnarvon, to be honest. But, you know what? It will... Do we need the third unit? Maybe, yeah. Let's have 3. Let's just keep it safe. These guys are battered. They're just there to mop them up. He's just there to activate a tower. Okay, very nicely done. I think it's time to end oh, wait, no. Let's just make sure... Oh, my days, yes. Malcolm Canmore. We picked up the entire Cochin army, of course. Because, the Scots are rebellious. So, they've joined us in all of this. Very nice. Okay, you come and join the party. You head over to Dijon. That would be fabulous. So typical of this game, they've decided to launch an ambush. Guys, we're supposed to be hiding from this army. For Pete's sake. Okay, they got too hot-blooded and decided to pretend they were in an ambush. They were not. We'll withdraw, but they will, they'll have the movement points. It's actually quite convenient to get the army out of the city, though. If they can't get back, it might work in our favour, but, we're just going to take an auto resolve here. 52 kills. We'll take it. Onto the new turn, and I was just doing a little mop-up battle for Zygmunt of Lublin here. Actually, it's about 4 or 5 packs of Polish nobles, so it's a decent force to be fair, but they've given us another heroic victory. He's pretty much single-handedly slain the entire Polish noble families at this point. Ziggy, I love you, mate. With that, then, he picks up +4 command. Great commander, and so he should be. As ever, yes, very dauntless. He does very much throw himself into battle. Marks of war. Very stoic you'd have to be, I think, for the life that he leads. But, okay. Keep moving on towards Halych for the time being. We're going to just meet up with Marcus over there, along with Stefan Kozlov, who are, yes, going to meet up with us. That's great. That means Krakow needs to be a focus going forward as well. Probably that's where this force goes after we deal with Prague. Now, yes, We obviously lost this force over here in the ambush situation. But obviously know they're there now, which is a bit silly. Nonetheless, we could get this under siege with the cavalry. That's interesting. You know what? I'm quite willing to do a silly thing like that. That's fine. Okay, and let's get these cavalry moving forward as well. Now, we could smash these guys with our cavalry. Okay, if these guys want to take us on, then the reinforcements will be getting involved. At least these guys will. So that'll be fine. That might just force an earlier claiming of the settlement than I planned. Vienna will just keep under siege for a while now. Over in Bern, we've got ourselves a random spawn that's just headed over here. Gives us some fresh units to add to our otherwise battered force over in Staufen. Oh, a few more reinforcements on their way anyhow. Although actually I think have a full-ish stack at this point. There's a few battered units at the bottom, but might as well just leave those in the castle when we take it. Obviously, yeah, Milan threw themselves into the brick wall of us. That means that they are, yeah, it's looking more vulnerable now. Yes, into Metz then with good old Malcolm Canmore, 63, so I don't think he'll last too long. King Canute does need to move into Rheims. That's what we'll do in a moment. Angers under siege. Castlevania potentially under siege. Doesn't end, does it? Bordeaux. This one's questionable, to be honest. We don't have a great force, but we have something. It's distracted. And yes, Spain obviously have indeed arrived. Captain Carlos. We can probably do that with the cavalry here, so I'm happy that we did send some of them back. It might mean we don't win the other one, but that is what it is. Over here in Calgary, we have ourselves, yeah, so I think the Sins must have got on a boat. Yes, this is the faction heir. Don't know about the king, though. So, yes, they appear to be out at sea somewhere, so we need to go worry about them at a later point. As for Dio, well, it seems an awful bit like Adil Chadili's come with the shard of the true cross, and he's done at the Vatican to go mock them. Absolutely lovely. He's sexually eccentric, which of course is what we all expect. I can't even notice that the Pope isn't there anymore. Where is the Pope? I don't know. He was here before. Maybe he's gone further north. I'm not sure. But we'll just hope that that's all fine for the time being. We also actually need to head into Iconium this turn. And in this part of the world, I'm going to put Edessa under siege. I've got Jerusalem under siege. We might as well, yeah, just try and squeeze these guys. If we can just nab these two Egyptian settlements, we can start to actually close in. So I don't mind if I lose Gaza, simply because I'd rather go and take Acre and Jerusalem, and then we can swing back down, because, yeah, at that point we'll be in a better position. So we're going to head towards Cairo. That's probably for the best. We don't have a boat to pick up these people right now, which is a slight issue. We do have one boat here, but it's going to get very, very stuck. So that's not ideal. Does anyone remember where we built a boat? I think they probably already got sunk. That's the issue with these boats, isn't it? Bit problematic. Fine. You guys can just move in this direction, because we do have Gregory. Okay, very nice. Kerestes Kleblovsky. Very nice. We'll just march on in that way. That'll be A-OK. We'll sack the settlement, and we'll punch this guy immediately and just make sure that he has sodded off. So I would say, yeah, you probably want to head up north next into Bucharest. Yes, that's a good idea. And leave. Do I want to leave a couple units behind here? This is a problem, isn't it? Okay. Well, we're going to anyway, because that's Bucharest. So we're going to head around the corner and go and deal with that next. We do some reinforcements on their way, so that's useful if nothing else. Maybe I will send those Croats. We'll just leave that as it is. Okay, there's a few battles to deal with then. We've got Iconium over here, and we've got, Rheims over here. All right, they should both be fairly straightforward, you'd like to think. So let's see what we got. We got Rele Potevi, and he hasn't got very much. No, should be simple enough. A veteran warrior picked up for what was a fairly simple battle, I guess. A few men lost, but we need not worry about that too much. Okay, right, we need to deal with... Actually, do we need to deal with this guy? Am I interested in dealing with him? I mean, I could just kind of leave the town fairly empty. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. Let's just march straight to Dijon. Dijon, which we can't put under siege of our cavalry. Again, probably not a good idea on this occasion because we just don't have enough. You though, that's annoying. Okay, fine. Yeah, we'll have to wait a turn for King Canoodle. That will be what it is, I suppose. Fine. On to the second of what should be a fairly straightforward couple of battles then, which is the old Emperor John heading in against Sultan Yahal the Mean. Okay, so you've got a little bit more. Ballistas in cities can be funny, but the French didn't do very much with them. But the Sultan, he could be potentially dangerous. The other question is, before we head in here, where are their generals? That's the, okay, they've got another one there. They obviously, oh yeah, they have one over here where they've got Al Hakim under siege, haven't they? Okay, I wonder how much infantry is in that army, because last time there wasn't very much. They might come in again for that. That could be fun. Okay, fine. We're not going to be killing off the faction with a random kill here, but we might as well head on into a night battle and make it cinematic. As is typical, we end up playing a little bit of a jingle-jangle running around the walls game here, but it works out for me because they now don't know what they're doing. We're going to get on the walls and our archers are going to have some good shots if indeed they do want to stand around for any length of time. And these walls have quite a few little jig-jags in them, which is a technical term of course. And yeah, we should be shooting them down very nicely. A bit of a shame they didn't come in over here or something to meet these guys. We could have shot them beautifully in the side. But it does seem like, yeah, we are already taking over the walls pretty darn efficiently. Now, I was saying things were going well, but actually I didn't realise that we were being shot by a fucking ballista. I was wondering what was killing these guys. Fair play to them. Fair play, sneaky, sneaky sods. Best bet for them really would have been to be a bit closer to the actual front gate, of course, but anyway, it's fine. I'm going to go grab the spearmen, shove them over here, get these archers over here. We can still shoot them if they're going to stand in stupid positions. Okay, fine. Yeah, those guys are going to get into position over there as well. You guys run around there, and these ballistas, which are kind of hilarious, are going to have to come and deal with us now in a slightly less efficient sort of an angle for them, actually, because yes, single file like this is going to be a lot more painful. Or a lot less painful for us because they're not going to kill about 8 of us in one shot anymore. Maybe a couple, but yes, our Trebizonds really don't need to go down like that. That's a bit sad. So if you guys could get on with it, that would be excellent. I think we'll carry on fire arrows because it's technically a night battle, albeit it's clearly a bit of a miserable morning. The alien's actually been surprisingly clever on this occasion. Now, not in terms of giving up the walls like this, it's kind of a bit silly. However, obviously we've got our archers up on the wall here, which is quite sensible, but what they're doing is getting their ballistas. Oh, it's going to land the odd hit, isn't it? It's quite accurate. That was very accurate. Okay, that was quite terrifyingly accurate. Yeah, you might just want to spread out just a little bit. I'm going to start. Well, I would tell these guys to do this. Can you just open the gate? Because technically we haven't captured this yet. Thank you very much, lads. Have you got this yet? Is this ours? It isn't ours yet. Why is this game so stupid when it comes to towers, damn it? Get yourselves over here. Are we now, like, broken or something? I think we've broken ourselves. Right, at least this ballista's been shot down brutally, brutally. That's nice, but unfortunately this is very much archer territory, and there's not a lot more we can do to kind of actually support the rest of them from over here. So we'll just get them over to this wall. That will be fine. Yeah, just get these lads over here. As for the rest of this nonsense, yes. Do we have the gateway? Is that the gateway? Seriously, game, are you going to give me this gateway or not? Because this is actually silly right now. If I tell the general to run into the sea, is he going to do anything? It says he is, but he's not. No, because technically we haven't got this thing yet. We have finally captured the gateway because, yeah, a couple are... Ooh, that was a really cool shot as this came in and killed some more of our archers. You really don't want them dying, to be honest, lads. You guys, get into them. Can you please come and charge them? Like, we want to get forward and deal with these guys. Well, at the very least, we've got that. We can send the cavalry forward at this point. Apparently we can't, because apparently we don't have the gate. Oh, for Pete's sake. Okay, this battle's going to be very silly, it turns out. Even more silly when, yes, I start charging a ballista and inevitably get absolutely shredded. Oh, no, there's even more of it. Come on, guys. Ballistas in cities are very, very, very effective. As I said, And we're seeing it here today. Damn it, the Turks know what they're doing. I don't think they're going to get any more off, though. I think we've managed to hit them without routing. But we didn't rout. It's quite staggering, actually. So I'm quite impressed with you guys. Well done. Now, as for getting support into here, we need to find a way of actually getting this castle to officially be open, because right now the town isn't open and I can't actually get anyone into the city that isn't infantry, and it's going to take a while climbing my stupid towers. And at this point, a mixture of Schiltrums and the missiles firing in is hopefully just going to clear these guys out. A couple of them seem to have just about reached the archers. Fair enough, lads, but yeah, they weren't very well organised Schiltrums. They were just a big mess, so I just pressed all units at once to Schiltrum up. But it'll do the job. We'll watch the general slowly whittle himself down. We have lost a unit there, which isn't particularly ideal. I'm just going to send in... Do we need to send in more? Might have to send in a couple of these lads who are further back just to get involved, actually. Get out of Schiltrum, stop moving forward. Down he goes. I think that was an arrow, to be fair. So, yes, job done. And hopefully that pretty much ends it. But it's been a little bit more bloody than I would have liked. We'll get the general forward. Come on, John. I know you want to take on the Sultan. It is Emperor v Sultan, after all. Fair play to the Sultan. He's fought pretty much the end. He actually hasn't routed at all. He's just pulled back at this stage. But he will just start shooting the rest of them down. And if he wants to come on in, he is welcome. I think the archers somehow got themselves at the front. I don't know how that happened. But, okay, fine. We'll just run in and kill these guys, shall we? All missiles, just start aiming in on these lads. And I think, to be honest, the battle is done. Bit of a mess, to be honest, between the ballistas and everything else. But, oh dear, that was not the plan either, lads. But okay, apparently we've discharged all of them. I think I meant to shoot them. But anyway, ends up being fairly equal. John, not too impressed, lad. Either way, it does open up the map a little bit more. Trait increase. Dread winning first. Yes, at the cost of all of his men. Yes, absolutely. Okay, we'll leave one unit of Trebizonds behind, sadly, but the rest of us can keep moving onward. Okay, get them on a very high tax rate because sods them. Right, Caesarea, whatever it's supposed to be. You head in that direction. We probably don't need more, actually, than just a few units to do that by the looks of it. Edessa could be a problem on the end term, but a few more troops over here to finish off Turkey. I think John is just the extra bullet we need to do that. Komnenos has already done a great job. It's been a bit of a stretch for Komnenos, to be fair. You get yourself into the castle because we just don't have a boat, which is a little bit problematic. So, okay then. It looks like time to end our turn. Unsurprisingly, in Bordeaux, they are going to challenge us, but you know what? I welcome the fight. Okay, mailed knights that need dealing with, of course, and then there's Captain Thomas coming in afterwards. It's definitely a sally, so we can do some shenanigans if we need to. In they come then, and this should be an interesting one, because whilst I'm not too worried if we don't take this right now, it would be very nice not to have to worry about it and start turning attention to, yes, Spain and the likes of them. So a couple Schiltrums at the front and the Italian militia in behind. That will be very nice indeed. So you guys get yourself shooting in some lovely missiles. Those mailed knights could be annoying, but I'm actually not so worried about them. Shoot the armoured sergeants. Okay, yeah. Shoot the armoured sergeants because they could be more problematic. And we do have this sneaky unit over here, just wandering his way in, actually. So, yeah, if he could just get himself in around here, that would be parfait. Parfait. Do try and shoot those mailed knights because they could be very dangerous of a charge, so even if, yeah, we generally speaking want to deal with the infantry, I'm quite happy to hang around for a little bit longer. Now, there are guys coming into the flank here, so to be honest with you, lads, I think you guys might actually just need to do this. Actually might be a much better suggestion, because I really don't want them flanking us. On the plus side, it does look like these guys, as they arrive, okay, there you go, they are going to take a slightly more frontal attack, as it turns out. But you guys, yeah, you've got the walls. Go and grab them. So, I don't know if we will need to take them on like that, but it is currently looking okay. A bit concerned about, well, I'm not too concerned about the flanking actually. Maybe I shouldn't have rushed quite as far forward. I didn't want them to, yeah, I wanted to kind of give myself a good position to potentially support if I needed to. But mildly confused at what they're trying to do right now. I think their cavalry are going for these guys. Yeah, they are. That is interesting. They ran off the last second. Possibly because we technically made it on the ladders. Is that muck up their choices? Anyway, they're now here instead. So they're going to get themselves... You know what? Don't even worry about them. Don't even worry about them. Hit the town militia. Flaming arrows is not a bad idea at this point. You guys, yeah, don't even worry about the mounted sergeants. As long as they are hitting the Schiltrum, all is fine. Although do shoot them in the back, actually, while they're turning round. This guy now has himself up on the walls. The problem is really I need 2 units to actually want to like block up the gate while the timer ticks down. I'm not actually too concerned, though, about... yeah, in a way, I'm actually not too concerned about using up... about just winning it on the timer. If I can pull units away. Oh, for Pete's sake, the generals died. I didn't think about the generals angle there, did I? That's a bit problematic. They did give us one of the worst units to be the general. So that's not great. Okay, you just say the enemy general is fleeing. Don't flee back towards the city. I've just put a unit... Oh, for Pete's sake. Okay. This guy... Just hang up here for a minute, lad, okay? Because it turns out they're about to run back in, for Pete's sake. This is an interesting one, isn't it? So we have indeed managed to rout them, which is very good news indeed, because they're now looking like they're in quite a lot of trouble, actually. We do obviously have a few men on the walls, but they're not going to... Yeah, if we got the walls of the gateway, they're now going to retreat into the plaza. And the question is, do you want to do this from here? The thing is, we don't have to win. But we could do some... If they're going to stand down here, I could do more damage potentially by coming back into this battle. So, yeah, if we just make sure we're fresh enough, bit of tiredness going on. But yeah, if we can get into the castle, that might work better. Into phase 2 of the battle then, where we've spent a long time getting up the wall over there and walking everyone around. I actually did have a big pile of ladders, but I actually only brought a couple. I only brought one up to the walls. The rest of them are way back at the start where the Sally dumped us. So sadly we can't do much with that. We are just going to sit here in a Schiltrum, try and sit here as long as possible, whilst, yes, we shoot from above with the crossbows and with the archers, and hopefully that will be absolutely fine. We might get this unit quite badly battered as a result, but it'll be okay. You know what? Get these guys off guard for a moment. Just get them to charge forward. You might just get a little bit of extra support, which might just help push this in our favour. You guys go onto guard now. That'll be fine. And we'll just hold them in position as long as possible. Get someone to flaming arrows, thank you very much. Yeah, that's looking good. Shoot the mailed knights in behind. Crossbows are not necessarily short on ammo, but we're doing fine. I think, yeah, start changing over to these guys, because we're going to have a big problem taking this last unit out. It might be a simple case of, like, the timer runs out. Oh, okay, these guys broke. Not too surprised, but... yeah, we need the rest of us to hold here as we just get as many crossbow shots in as we can, particularly to this unit. That's the strong one. That's the one that we need to kill if we're actually going to take this on this little random battle here. Oh, and if they want to come in and take us on hand-to-hand while they get shot from above, that works for me. What I need to basically do is use the freshest troops at this point. The armoured sergeants are fairly tired. So I'm going to get them to just get involved. Yep, there we go. That's the general dead. Italian Spear Militia haven't done very much, and they're a very, very good unit. So these guys should be able to do most of the work. You guys can just get yourself into a Schiltrum there. You'll be fine. And realistically, you guys are just here to keep the units as distracted as possible and hopefully just support us a little bit. We actually technically do have enough strength on the plaza now. So that's very, very nice indeed. These guys are just Schiltrums. You know what? You can just kind of get involved, but lightly, lads, okay? because I know you're absolutely exhausted and you've done a lot. They've actually not taken that much damage considering. So yeah, it's just a big chunk on the battlefield now. The time is quite near the end for their sally anyway, let alone the fact that, yeah, we're actually kind of pushing over the line here. They have some armoured sergeants, 12, 13, 7, but Italian Spear Militia, shaken, winded, will be fine, I think. It's a proper slug, this, but it doesn't really matter how many of our men survive, just that they do. The crossbows have actually fled right at the death, actually. Everyone get onto guard for 30 seconds, just in case something stupid happens here. But you should be able to kill these guys, seriously. We don't need people running away. Okay, no, there's so few, we'll just chop them down. It's okay. I think it's fair and reasonable to do this proper like at this point. Their sally has failed, and Captain Thomas, I'm afraid, is now dead. Captain Evian has done the job instead. Well, you can see it on the map there that we have indeed captured Bordeaux, but to follow it up, we've got the Crown Prince Yalbe attacking Al Hakim once again, and I don't think he's learnt his lesson. He's put 1 town militia. We've got this if the ram doesn't crack the gate. Let's head in. What we actually need to do, of course, though, is just rout this 1 unit of infantry, because technically they can't win if they're routing. So we just kind of need this tower activated. Guys, please climb down the tower, keep them activated. Someone just killed this unit. If this unit goes, that's it. And the longer they're shitting their men in the back, the more chance we have of that scenario happening. We have 6 men on the plaza just in case. But yeah, just kill this unit, lads. Down goes our general. Well, I wouldn't say he's thrown his life away. He's almost done the job. They've got 19 infantry left, and that's all we need to kill, damn it. But that is him gone. Oh no, they're shooting their own guys in the back. Technically, do they care that the gate's open? Is the gate going to shut? What are they doing with the rat? The gate's shut. They're 14 men, and they're trying to wheel it away now. On that note, can we just get this guy back over here? Because if he can activate the tower, we can shoot this ram down. What are they doing? With the tower reactivated then, we are now shooting the ram, which for some reason they're trying to push through their own corpses. So, I mean, I'll be honest, they're not really great at this jihad thing, are they? I mean, they've turned up a couple times with about 4 blokes and a piece of wood to try and crack on in, and it's almost worked. I mean, the gate was literally open when they picked this thing back up, but at 6 men, that would be the last time they can push this thing, I think. I think once they're at 5, are they not allowed to push it anymore? Might be allowed at less, but we'll find out soon enough. What are they doing? What a bunch of nonsense. There we go. Yeah, that's too few to actually take it. And there we go. The jihad has failed again. We can't do this any more times, though. It's over this time. And indeed, the Turks are also going to take us on at Edessa, having failed to win their jihad. Now, this is not quite their last stand, but this is like their last, apart from the jihadi army, this is basically their last real force, because there's nothing in Caesarea, there's nothing in Damascus either, yeah. So, win this and we're golden. It's not a great army we've got, but they're split up, and that is for the best. So, yeah, that's going to come out of the city. At the edge of the battlefield. We've got them. General is charging in, so yes, get yourself onto guard, please, and we should just be able to take him out with our infantry, but we do have a few of these guys to take care of, so we just need to bear in mind that it could be quite painful. So, yeah, guys, try and get around him just a little bit. Come on, start moving. And there are reinforcements, by the way. They're starting to arrive, which means we do need to finish these guys off, which we essentially have done. Get everyone to start swinging into the general. It would be best if we mopped up as many as possible, to be honest, lads. So make sure those ballista go down. Don't want to deal with them. However, with the general starting to be encircled, we're looking pretty darn good. Now, they've got more Sipafis over there. Come on, general. He's fighting hard, damn it. 28. Turkish archers. Yeah, you know what? Get the general. No, don't get the general after him. You, sir, get after him. Now, as for my archers, yeah, I think we're going to need to start turning some of these lads around, aren't we? Yeah, get them over here because they're going to start coming on in. Yeah, get yourselves into that position. General, get yourselves over there. Down goes the general. Very nice. And with that, we should be able to, yeah, get yourselves onto loose, lads. You're my good guys. We don't need you to die. Get them to start reforming over here. All infantry, likewise, reform yourself in that kind of a direction. And all my cavalry, apart from the general, yeah, I would say just go deal with those Turkomans. We can deal with the rest of that later. General has gone down, so lads, I would say just as quick as possible, start reforming. We do not want any more of my really good guys getting themselves shot for no reason. So yeah, pull yourselves back as much as possible. These guys aren't going to go and clear them out. They're just running around, to be honest with you. Just charge into them if you can. That'll be absolutely fine. We don't need both of these guys dealing with them, but yeah, just ignore those Turkomans. Go and run off into that direction. I missed these archers apparently, so that's fine. Go and grab your javelins. We probably just need to keep enough of these guys close to this battle. Yeah, just get everyone into there and start closing in. You throw your javelins into that, lad. You get into them. You get into them. And try and get some side shots in. I don't actually care about them at all, so let us not worry. You peasant archers, deal with them. General, at this point, I'm going to tell you to go and get involved with their general as well, actually, because we're going to need tiny bit more support. They're fighting surprisingly long, but we'll deal with them in time. So yeah, unfortunately, this charge is going to hit our own men. Yes, maybe we just pull him back and just actually line up a charge, actually, Thomas. Okay, all missiles into Mr. General, if at all possible. No. Just send your missiles into the General. That'll be fine. Why have you not won? How have you failed so badly? Okay, you get yourselves lined up. These infantry are getting distracted by them. And this guy, oh yes, you know what, General, just go and deal with those town militia. They should be easy, you think, anyway. So town militia, go into flaming arrow just to finish them off. And as for this guy, all infantry, what even is this? General is charging at our general, which is fun. He's just missed him, actually. All infantry getting to their bodyguard now. We're going to turn this around and charge at him instead. Javelinmen, you can just sort of engage as well. That'll be fine and dandy. Archers at this stage are in a much better position, and the cavalry are just kind of doing stuff and things, I suppose. They are very distracted. Seems like we're not really going to hit him again, because once again he's wangled himself around, but a few of them are getting caught actually by the general, so not bad. Down he goes, that's a second general, and that should be the battle right there. Bit of a messy one. This army's done a lot of work, and yeah, I think at this point, yeah, we just need to get as many shots in as we can. This guy is gone, so that means, yeah, it's just a case of mopping as many up as possible. Unfortunately, chasing people down on this is particularly bad compared to Rome. I suspect it was a case of them trying to balance something, but they made it so much worse that I can't help but feel that, yes, they royally sodded that one up. Nonetheless, we will finish off this last guy. That's good, and 44% lost, 91% of theirs. Well, that's lovely. Unfortunately, our fleet is not going to be so lucky, as they have discovered the ship sitting next to them. Nonetheless, Edessa will fall. We might get ourselves a holy relic from that. I don't know if it has to be on crusade, or it might be. Alas. And as for this, why is this 1-to-1? It's 65 men against 841. Now, once again, nonsense could occur, but I'm just going to say to myself, it's fine. Too bad they died. But we have to go finish them off later, yes, because we're currently trying to deal with Jerusalem. Okay, deal with the Egyptians even. Here's Jerusalem. On that note, we have Captain Al-Mahdi, who comes in with Mamluk archers and spear militia. That's decent, to be honest. I'm going to have to pick them off well, and then we got the Sultan. We could very easily lose this. Let's give it our best shot, though. We're going for a pretty aggressive approach here. Mamluk charge, get going. And are we going to catch them? It's just one here we might just catch. Yes, indeed, we are going to catch up with them. That's perfect. Which means these guys can do some teasing. You get yourselves forward. And hopefully we just delivered a good hit with the charge. They did take down a decent bit there. Yeah, okay, but it looks like they've done some good damage to us too. Get yourselves out of there, sirs. Get yourself out of there. Now, they've got their Mamluk archers over here, so do we. Let's make sure we don't lose too much in this initial engagement, because we really want to be pulling them towards our actual foot archers. That's where the numbers are at, damn it. Nonetheless, we might find a chance here just to push these Mamluks through this gap and catch these guys out. That might work in our favour as well. Yeah. Okay, we might just be able to do this. We might just hit the spear militia by accident, to be honest, which isn't ideal, so do pull out of that. And are you going to hit them? No, you're going to hit a rock. Yeah, this is the problem with the Darn Horse Archers and our Mamelukes. They're not really ideal for this at all. Okay, fine. We're going to fall back. Fall back, lads, fall back. Did I say fall back? Because I meant charge, baby! It's not much of a charge. You seem to have barely clipped them at all. But we might just try and pick them off, you know. If we have the chance, we might as well do it. These guys are a little bit weakened. So turn and get the charge in. You guys pull out just as they hit. And we hopefully can do a good bit of work on them. That's one my archer's a bit weakened, but probably not enough. You, seriously this time, do actually just get yourself back there. Unfortunately, this has left us shield side in terms of where we're shooting against, which is a shame, but, you know, what can you do? Not running all the way around to the other side at this point, but they are starting to reach us. They must be tired. They've been running for a fair while. They've been getting shot by our archers, who, by the way, should definitely be on to guard mode. Also, this is my general. I hadn't really sort of considered that until now. So, yes, not necessarily ideal that I've been leaving in this position this whole time. They are considering what to do about this over here. What are you guys doing? Need to keep an eye on some of this shady nonsense. Okay, fine. I'm going to say, if he's going to eye you up, just charge him, lads. This guy can charge into him. That'll be fine. You archers are shooting at the cav. Yeah, okay. And you run into this lad. You get into the general with your missiles. Thank you very, very much. Those Mamluks are not going to last long. Let's have off guard and actually charge on into him. That'll be a-okay. Yeah, fine. We've got ourselves good old skirmish. That's ended, and we actually have a proper fight now. Good. So the skirmish is much the better situation. You guys need to just hold. They have managed to hold. Okay, that's excellent news. We can hopefully deal with them. Now, our other cav is way at the back there, so they can try and get involved. But they might fail to do so. It'd be better if I could just get these guys out of here, actually. Yeah, you Mamluks, see if you can pull yourselves out of that battle. And we'll see if we can get the other spears in here instead. That would be ideal. Get one of these guys to chase them down. And one of you just to... No, that's the general. That's the general. Do not let him get in there. Get everyone into this guy. You, general, I don't need you to die. That's kind of how this battle goes wrong. So everyone else... charge into him, and yeah, their cavalry are sort of trying to come back. Archers will deal with that. That's supposed to be a fake charge. Turned out to not be a fake charge. Shoot them, but just keep running up the hill. Archers should deal with them. Yeah, they can deal with them. Good. Turn back around. Turn back around. I think we're okay. As for these cav, they have actually managed to get out of it now, so maybe we can send them to finish them. Cavalry are doing a cavalry charge, and it's probably not going to go well for these Mamluks. They've been a bit disappointing, it should be said. They will, though, get their friends just to turn up to finish them, and the general here is essentially just going to fight till the end, I think, isn't he? Keep sending missiles in. Down he goes. Okay, very nice indeed, and with that, we just need to actually break him now. Oh, misclicked on there. Oh, no, they ran. The Mamluks are going to fail in their jobs. Oh no, they did so well to get this far. But yeah, I think at this stage, yeah, the general's broken. Good. Charge him down, lads. Charge him down. Try and pick him off if you can. That means now it's the rest of everyone else to go and deal with them. Okay, they did clear them off, sadly. That's a bit of a depressing finish for him. This cav doesn't really matter if it escapes. That cav's already too far away. So we'll mop up the extra experience. And this looks pretty good. That suggests that Acre is free for us to go and take. And perhaps the silliest affair of the day is in the North Sea, where the Portuguese Moorish alliance is going to take on one of these Scottish rebel boats. Ridiculous. Nonetheless, yeah, maybe we will have seen the end of them. Okay, Edessa has fallen. And do you have an epithet yet? You don't, but a dead sir. A dead sir, yes. for all of the people he's just killed. So there we are. There's an excellent, terrible pun there for you. Now we actually have some more units coming in behind. That is excellent. Now, probably want to make sure we defend in these territories of them. What's left to take? Damascus and... Oh, yeah, actually we're super close. We are super close to finishing off the Turks. This is excellent news. Excellent news all around. So you get yourself in that direction. You're coming to help out with Haki. Yeah, there are more guys wandering around from that jihadi army. That's true. Desubmerge him. Grab it. Unfortunately, we lost the massive experience units there, which is a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. Leave just a couple of the random units around. You get to the bridge. We're heading to Damascus, baby, and over here, do some more merging as well. We'll leave some Saracen militia behind, and we'll head into Acre, where we're not going to finish these guys off, but at the very least, yeah, we're going to clear them out of this part of the world and leave it with just Egypt itself. So, you get yourself here. Yes, I guess we cut across country. It's a bit quicker. Very nice. This part of the world is coming together, and I don't see the jihad having relaunched itself at this point in time. Rashkapuris feels unappreciated. He's lost loyalty, but that's fine, because in the Rebel Alliance, we appreciate your lack of loyalty. It's actually insane how many random battles we have to do this turn. Starting off with Kaffa, we will sack that, which actually brings us surprisingly close to a bit of money. So this is the new town of Pontius, which is excellent. So there we go. Whack at your tax rate, because that's what the anarchy does. And you know what? Yeah, we'll continue to smash things up, because of course we can. Someone did mention that, wasn't that an Orthodox church? Apparently the Pope didn't like it anyway. Either way, I know it was Hungary, obviously, wasn't it, rather than Russia. Fine. Yeah, someone did say, obviously, because it does help with population growth. I'm not too concerned about that on this here occasion, but that it is a fair point. I don't think we need to worry about that. In fact, I don't need to worry about moving them at all. Over here, Bucharest is now under siege as well. We'll get on to this in a moment. I'm going to go over to France first, because there's a stupid amount of things to do here. Let's just start by punching Angers in the face. So straight into there. Good. Only one unit, so a simple enough job. We will, I would imagine, immediately just plod off, actually. I'm going to leave... Get out of my way, lad. Yeah, we probably do want to go deal with them, actually, don't we? I would say so. I'm going to go deal with them in a moment or two. These guys have already got in my way. I'm going to head over to Metz. There's a decent amount of units in there, actually. 4 or 5, but that's, relatively speaking, that's a lot. Oh, yes, we got Bern as well. Dijon. Dijon can be put under siege. That is fine. What else is there to take care of with France? Is it just these? Because it's just Dijon here, isn't it? Yeah, I think we've got their last few under siege. It's just Rennes over there. Okay, so we could get the boats there, but we're just a turn away from getting our boats in that kind of a direction. So we'll have to worry about that later. We have got the anti-Portugal force in play over there. That is good news. And, okay, fine. Yes, I'm going to have to go deal with him. Now, as for this army, where do we want you to go? Because actually, we've got this under control. Oh, I meant to go and deal with this, didn't I? We'll see if they come into battle, because it's going to be easy for us to deal with if they are attacking us. So we'll see if they want to do it. If not, we'll just attack them the next turn. Okay, I think it's pretty best if we... I think it's best if we just send this guy down south. It's fine. We already have several forces over here on this boat, so yeah, with all of these guys over here, we also have this army ready to jump on as well. So one of them can be dumped here. The other one, we'll see how far we can get down the coast. We might get attacked by boats, so we might as well just get moving. We can just head towards Spain. Yeah, we haven't really made any dents over here, so I wouldn't mind some effort going in that direction. Although, Bordeaux the thing is, they'll just invade us. I'm going to say it's a decent little border here, but they'll just send ships, and it's going to be very, very annoying indeed. So yeah, most of France is now under control. We do, of course, have Prague as well. Now, this army isn't going to switch to us, annoyingly, because we've still got to deal with Italy, even if we did take these two out. So that, unfortunately, isn't quite done yet. So I think, then, what do I need to do? Burn I think it's burn next. And to be honest, I'm quite happy just doing an auto-resolve. There wasn't very much in there. And the Moorish jihadi force is on its way to Baghdad region. Oh dear, you're not going to make it. And if you do you have any infantry? I really hope they have no infantry. That would be hilarious. Okay, this force is a bit of a hilarious joke, but we can leave enough of them behind to hopefully just, deal with the castle. Is this jihadi force going to take us on if we wander down here? I hope not. There's the French. Hello, sir. Well, that's interesting. So there's Prince of France, Prince Francis. Here's Michel. There is King Pierre. And there might be another lad in here as well, actually. So there's quite a few family members, but we just say it's 3 towns. This becomes ours. Okay, well, if he attacks, we'll try and withdraw and just make sure he doesn't get too involved. Fine. We're just going to ignore this lad. We'll deal with him another turn. And there's some other thing. Oh, Sicily. Oh, no, Sicily. You don't get to live. And I know it said about 1-to-1, but it's 1 unit, so the auto-resolve is fine. That is them gone, I believe. Oh, yes. A noble death. One of the Sicilians refused to join the anarchy. What? How dare he? But Sicily are destroyed. You can see how much of a scum and villainy they are. He says, actually, my dinner's about to be ready, and it is very much a Sicilian dish, so thank you for your food, but I'm going to take your castles, damn it. So, with that, how long have we had these boats? I don't know. I thought our boats got destroyed, but apparently we have some, and considering they're damaged, we must have had them for a while. Oh, yes, we also have the Pope to go and deal with. Right, okay. I'm going to leave this 1 unit here, and make your way off. Okay, they're doomed, but we do have our army back. Good, you go and take them on. Now, as for the Pope, it's just the Pope. Oh, this is magnificent. Okay, we're going to do this properly because this is the guy, obviously, as I say, Adil Shadidi, carrying the Shard of the True Cross. He's come to deliver the Shard of the True Cross to Rome, and he's going to deliver it right through the heart of the Pope. Oh, this is going to be magnificent. Let's head on in. I think this is the same spot where his old friend died. Yeah, it very much looks the same to me. Nice little side street here. We've got ourselves a couple of Schiltrums on the hill, and we have some archers in behind to tease them into their demise. So yes, do feel free to come on in, lads. I'd quite like you to fall to us anytime, Popey. At this point, I think we're just going to pull out our troops because it's just the Pope and his last remaining friend. And I think we should do this the right way, damn it. And down he goes. He's heard the good news, my friends. It's the anarchy, and we're here in Rome, baby. And with that, oh yeah, we can burn this place down once again. We're not probably going to hold on for it for too long, but it's only fair that we take him down with the true shard. Stab through the heart like a vampire. That's the end of one more Pope. And there he falleth. Lovely stuff. And we will sack it once again. I'm not really expecting to hold it because I have all of that over there. However, we will demolish their town watch. He says, actually, I could have got more units out of that. Oh, for Peter. It was already damaged anyway. We'll get a couple units out of the town, as last time. I probably, though, I'm just going to say we leave. Yeah, let's do that. Do you actually want to get some boats? Probably not. But we'll demolish it. Could leave some... Well, we can't leave someone there now, Thomas, can we? I'm going to demolish their port. Sorry about that, lads, but it does give us some money to play with. And I would say, yeah, with some troops, I'm going to tell them to move out. I don't know if they're going to actually leave the town as at the end of the turn like on Rome. I can't remember if they do that on this. Nonetheless, yeah, I would say, let's swing around. Let's start attacking the Imperials. I'm not going to take the risk of running into him over here, but I feel quite good about this now. So Scotland down, Sicily down, and another Pope. Oh, and with some money, we might as well go and invest some of that in, yeah, some more forces out here in the likes of Gaza and Jerusalem. Oh, Saracen militia, baby! Oh, I am excited for this over in Hippo. Let's get ourselves some Turkomans. Yeah, do you want to spend all of our money in this part of the world? Possibly not, actually. We'll get those Turkmans in. That is fine. And Nicosia, you had some troops. So get a boat. Get another Byzantine cav out. And don't worry about that upgrade at all. We don't need to worry about it. There might, though, be a church or something we don't need to worry about as well. Oh, yeah, I've heard about churches in Jerusalem. Oh, it's demolishing them. Okay, so we technically like a Christian faction then, because it's auto-demolished the mosques here, unless they never built a mosque in Jerusalem. They never built a mosque in Jerusalem? Okay, fine. Fine. I think that should give us the reinforcements we need in this part of the world. It's a shame it's a little bit late over there. But in Cross, we're just going to struggle to get men in where we can ship them across. This is the issue in these parts of the world. Yeah, Toulouse. If we can clear that up, then we can get some more units over here. Here are some armoured sergeants, peasant crossbows. Okay, right, I'm going to have a little think about where's best. We're going to clear this out. And actually, there is just this we can finish up with a little auto-resolve because, well, maybe not. Zygmunt of Lublin has become more dreadful, it turns out, just mopping up some random locals. And yeah, he's actually met up now with Marcus and Stepan. Very nice. So, big chunky force for Halych. They have 8 turns worth of holding out there. I'm going to have to, yeah, leave a force, I think, just to keep that under siege. And the rest of them need to start moving on. I have gone and grabbed Argwan, by the way. And next up then is Kiev over here. What I probably need to do likewise is kind of organise how I actually want to have these troops together for this here battle. So we just kind of grab ourselves a couple more of the infantry into that army. We might as well have ourselves some of the horse archers because they're quite useful in that kind of battle as it is. And to be honest, I think it's absolutely fine. Just give us the Boyar Sons. Musa can do some scouting ahead for the likes of Yash, which we hopefully will be dealing with very soon with, yes, the Pontius force, who is heading over to that kind of an area right about now. So let's go and take Kiev, as I think that's about the last thing we can do on this turn. Their men do not know where to go. We've got Spear Militia into Spear Militia here. I'm going to say a couple of you send some flame missiles in. You send some in as well. And to be honest, we're going to continue with those guys doing that kind of business too. You're the wrong kind of unit. You get back over there, sir. You're absolutely fine where you are. Right. These guys are into position, and these guys have themselves archers on the walls, and this is a good spot because this is the spot you can shoot the plaza from. So that's very nice indeed. So we're pretty much where we want to be, with the gate smashed down and the Hungarians running for their lives. Was expecting just to set up with the plaza, but the general's actually coming on in to meet us at the gate, which is interesting. So I've just changed my my choices here, and we are instead going to start hacking at him. We've got a few javelins. Can all missiles go back onto fire at will at this point? Because, yeah, we've kind of got business to do, actually, chaps. So, spearmen, get over here. The archers are getting up onto the walls so that we can hopefully just shoot him down. They are getting stuck in traffic, unfortunately. We'll let the cavalry continue to do their job over here. And indeed, they are going to get met by their aligning light cav. But to be honest, that's going to end very, very badly for them, I would imagine. Particularly as we've got some archer support over here. Although they have now got the tower on. Still, it's probably fine. Grab our Kazakhs. They can come join the fun as well. General is wandering over to that gate. That's fine. So the spearmen will slowly chunk them down over here, I guess. Archers, into the general. Thank you very much. Down he goes, burnt to a cinder. This horse's arse got in the way of our clip, damn it. That could have been much more glorious. I should have told him to stop sending the flaming arrows in, or at least the other 2 units. So it was meant to be that this one was selected last. So let's keep chunking them down, lads. You're going to lose a lot of men in doing this, aren't you? But anyway, it's fine. So it seems like we've won over here. Is there actually anything left? Not very much, no. And with that then, a fairly equal affair. Isif Monomach. Good job, I suppose. And with that then, a big chunk of the map is about to turn grey. Oh, love it. Okay, winning first for Iosif. Very nice. Okay, so we're going to rename this Yosif. Oh, I didn't mean to press that, but there we are. Yes, I'm guessing this is just Yosif, but in the local lingo. Fine, sir. Grab yourself a small church and demolish it. Excellent. And another ballista maker. Everyone has a ballista maker. I have a feeling that might be from like an old... Hi! Did think that the Holy Roman Empire was short of an army. That might explain something. Are they going to hire a boat? Are they going to go all the way around? God knows, but apparently my settlements over here aren't necessarily as safe as I thought. Well, there is a crusade on for Cairo. I haven't seen anyone too far in this direction. Was that what you were doing? No, you're not on a crusade. God only knows. Oh yeah, we killed Sicily earlier. This was their king, Gonzo de Salerno. Okay, he's joined us, and that does start to give us a few more options, doesn't it, when it comes to this old counter-attack. 3 Byzantine cavalry, Thessaloniki, get us a couple spears. Okay, very nice. Right, we might actually have something. Oh yeah, Magyar cavalry, very good indeed. So, well, I say that, I mean, it's just nice to have horse archers, to be honest. They're quite basic, but they'll do a job. So this will be relieved soon enough. But yeah, it looks like we should have a chance here to turn this back on Venice, which is good because we're starting to get people moving in other places. And I'd say this is looking like it's coming together. Okay, very nice. So at this point then, France looking on the edge. Next turn we can take 2 of their 3 settlements and their king will hopefully flip to us, assuming... Yeah, well, I mean, you'd think he would turn back around to help his towns. I don't know what he's trying to do, to be honest. I might just smash these guys in between episodes and maybe just spend the last bit of my money. But yeah, we are able, with a bit of money again, just to restock a few towns that are looking vulnerable. Holy Roman Empire just been held in position, but might now start to see, yeah, the trap close on them. Venice, they've had their chance. They've not taken it. Hungary, we're now starting the fight back with Bucharest and Gregory, Yusuf, and soon enough Yash also to be under siege. Turkey. Turks are on the verge here as well. They've got themselves 2 settlements. 1 will go next turn. 1 will go the turn after that, assuming we can retrain over in Al Hakim. Oh, that is excellent news. Maybe, just maybe, yeah, we'll spend some money over there. I'll see if there's anything left to spend in Toulouse because I could do with something there as well. Nonetheless, I'm feeling very, very good about this right now. It's coming together beautifully, and hopefully you will be joining me for next time. And yes, we just turn that down. I think we've got a new end card for today, so I hope you do enjoy. But yes, what a magnificent thing. It is lovely when these rebel campaigns start to come together. And, ooh, yes, got you to come and join us. I want more heretics, baby. They're good fun. Anyway, for now, I'll leave you. I'm Thomas, this is Nerfed the Human, and this has been the death of Scotland and the death of Sicily. Thank you very much, and tally-ho. On to this lovely juicy murder. Here's the assassin. Of course, there's a nice simple way of getting rid of the truce. Bon appetit, y'all's mats. We're so good at murder. It's just beautiful. I'm a horrible person. If at first you don't succeed, then murder and murder again.